You got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip.
All the way from sunny Southern California into 32 million homes and counting, this is America Trends. I'm Andrea Kaye, filling in tonight for Dr. Gina. Our poll question today, will Donald Trump be the Republican Party nominee? Do you think definitely, very likely, not likely, or no chance? Vote in that poll at u2america.com or use the U2 America app, available now for Apple and Android devices. And you download it now if you don't have it already. My next guest may already have his nominee locked in, or maybe not. It's radio host, TV commentator Christopher Hahn. Welcome back to America Trends TV, Chris.
Great to be here with you, Andrew. I'm sorry I'm not dressed up. It's late here on the East Coast. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, brother, it can't be too late to put on a coat and or a jacket and a tie for your buddy Andrea.
I did so many hits today. Anybody wants to see me in a suit, just Google my name. You can see the suit I wore today. I had a very nice purple and blue tie on.
All right, I'll take your word for it, even though you look like you just came from the Bada Bing. Okay.
It came from
First of all,
it's a gym shirt. What are you talking about? It's good.
I'm not seeing the correlation between the hotel's responsibility and that man's actions.
I guess when it comes to discussing damages, there's emotional and mental and psychological damage that is done on any woman when she's victimized, whether it's a physical violent act against her or whether it's something involving her privacy in any way. She has been victimized, but what she's attempting to do is to recover monetary damages from a hotel, and she has to prove that she somehow has suffered financially, is my understanding. But again, I'm not an attorney. It kind of goes to the whole defamation thing. You can prove that somebody said something bad to you, but you have to prove that you suffered some kind of damage as a result. And she clearly has been emotionally damaged. Well, a couple of things. First of all, I was just talking to our last guest, David Harsanyi, about that I actually think that a lot of Americans are saying, you know what, it's kind of more of Washington insiders saying that the American people are saying there's not getting enough done. In fact, there's been a lot of Americans who were concerned about the things that have been done. In fact, in the fall of 2014, the Americans gave the Republican Party the majority in both houses because they were concerned about the overreach from President Obama, particularly with the executive orders that he's done in amnesty. So maybe the thing to do for the American people is let the Republican Party do what they want to do with this, since the American people gave them the power to do so, and then hold out to the election and then let the American people choose the next president, since we're that close. I mean, is there really any cases that are about to be heard that are such an emergency?
Andrea, I mean, that's a really big jump to say that. There's, it's well known that in off years Republicans win because, for the most part, turnout's low, and it happens to be more older and more conservative.
Well, he's done his best, supposedly, to make people feel better. He says he's learned his lesson from the Gang of Eight situation, that you got to seal the border first and then see what the American people will tolerate. Why do you think that hasn't resonated? Because everything else, supposedly, about him is conservative.
Well, I mean, actions speak louder than words.
So are you saying that 22 SAP, special access programs, were not on her servers, which has already been admitted to, so you might as well go ahead and say yeah.
There was nothing that she sent. There might have been things that originated elsewhere that were classified after the fact, but nothing at the time of its delivery was classified.
According to the Espionage Act, it does not have to be classified. In fact, it never has to be classified. It just has to be pertaining to national security that she's supposed to protect. That's the fact.
Now I'd like to welcome back to the show political radio host and conservative commentator Andrea Kaye. Andrea, great to have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me back, Liz. Did you see that look on Bernie's face just now that he gave Hillary? That was quite the stank face.
It was. He did not expect that attack, especially because he's been acting so gentlemanly.
I know.
Hillary is acting scared, though. Is she feeling the burn from Bernie going into Iowa on Monday?
Oh, she's burning. And if you saw, speaking of ugly looks, if you saw her face at that town hall that she did, she is hot. She is warm. She is burned up with anger at what is going on. Because, Liz, she thought this was going to be, a coronation. And then it's like, oh, wait a second. Is this 2008 all over again for me? She's thinking that was supposed to be a coronation. It's like Bernie Sanders is like some bad 60s flashback for her because she's seeing it slip away again.
In that town hall, the kid in the audience asked her about her dishonesty. He said a lot of people in our generation, the millennial generation, don't know if she's dishonest or not, don't know if we trust him. Her face froze, like her inner ice was was coming out. It was a sight to be seen.
It was Cruella de Vil, man. If she could have Vince Fostered that kid, she would have. Bernie is tapping into, he's kind of like the liberal version of Trump in a sense, that he's really tapping into the anger that's going on out there in America as to what's going on in D.C. with both parties. It's the year of the outsider. And it's like the only anger she's tapping into is like that kid, the people that are angry over her lies, over Benghazi, over the email scandal in the Clinton Foundation. This segment is the fastest segment on TV. It's a rapid fire segment. And we reserve this segment each evening to zip through as many trending topics as we can with our expert guest. And tonight, that expert guest is author and political guru, Wayne Allyn Root. Welcome back to America Trends, Wayne.
Hey, Andrea, you look beautiful tonight as usual.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
And
much
I
for
want to
being
answer the trending first question where you just asked everybody, the poll. Will it be Donald Trump? Yes, no. And my answer is box 1 is yes. Box no is if you don't think Trump's the nominee, you are an idiot. He's the nominee. Okay, stop fooling around.
Brady B said, tried to flick that thing from my iPad, but it was just hashtag cruise lip. Okay, Chris Corbin said, I think it was a mint. I hope it was a mint. Gosh, I hope it was a mint. Hashtag cruise lip. Hashtag GOP debate. Okay.